Hi friend, today let's chat about homeschooling on a budget. I wanted to share with you 4 tips for ways that I have learned to homeschool on a budget over the last few years. And let's be honest, this year they're coming in really handy. So if you're new here, my name is Rachel Bourne. Welcome to Born for Homeschool. My husband and I have 4 kids, ages 2 through 10, and this year I'll be homeschooling the oldest 3. So I'll have a 1st grader, a 3rd grader, and a 6th grader this coming year. So today I wanted to share with you 4 things that I have done in the past and that I'm currently doing that help us to stay on a budget as we're homeschooling. So the first tip I have for homeschooling on a budget is to make a plan. Planning is so important when it comes to not overspending. Making a list of the items that you need for this coming homeschool year is really, really important for staying on budget. And this is not just a list of the curriculum you need, because that's an important part of this. However, it's also a list of the school supplies and just the basic school necessities that you're going to need throughout the year. So make sure that you have a list not only of the curriculum that you need to be buying, but also the supplies that you're going to need for the year. So once you have this list, next you just watch for sales. And if there's a specific curriculum that you're looking for, you can go directly to the company and see if they're running any beginning of the year sales. Or if you're looking for school supplies, there are lots of great summer deals that stores are putting on. Amazon Prime Day is coming up. Having a list gives you the ability to know exactly what you're looking for and to find the best price for those items. Having a list also keeps you from overbuying. So when I first started homeschooling, I was a chronic overbuyer of school supplies. And as soon as something would go on sale, whether it was glue or folders or pencils, you name it, if it was a school supply, I thought we might possibly need it. And so I would buy more than we could ever use in a single year. And a couple of years ago, I ended up going through and decluttering a bunch of the school supplies that I had purchased over the years. We'd also given away these school supplies in projects like Operation Christmas Child and things like that. But it was something that I am very aware of now. I know that we don't need 8 tubes of glue for this coming school year. We will most likely only use 2 or 3 sticks of glue. And pencils, we need 1 package of pencils to get us through the entire school year. And so things like that, now that I have a few more years of homeschooling under my belt, it is helpful to know we don't actually need all the school supplies. So having a list definitely helps to minimize overspending in purchasing items that you don't really need for the coming school year. And also, if you are looking for certain items, then be sure if you're purchasing them from a retail store that you check into educator discounts. Stores like Barnes & Noble and Target and Staples, they all have an educator discount for teachers. And so be sure to check into that if you need to buy school supplies, and you could possibly get an extra discount for school supplies from these retailers. Some of them are really easy to apply for, and it's a great way to save on items that you're already going to need and purchase for the school year. So tip number 2 is to look for free resources. Now that you have a list of the curriculum that you're looking for and the school supplies and exactly what you need for this coming school year, you will be shocked and surprised and maybe just blown away by the amount of free resources that are out there for homeschoolers. And sometimes you just have to dig a little bit or look a little bit. So the first place you can find free resources, or one of the great places to find free resources, is YouTube. You can find videos and how-to and information. Lots of homeschool moms will share free resources that they found or that they've created. So be sure to check out YouTube if you're looking for something specific for your homeschool. The next place that you can look is Google. You can just Google free homeschool unit study on whatever it is. So Google is an excellent resource for looking for free resources that would be available to you, maybe just for the cost of printing. So the next free resource is actually my absolute favorite of all time, and it is the library. because your local library not only has books, but I have found that the library here in our area also has audiobooks and DVDs, it has puzzles and games you can check out, it has science kits and manipulatives and unit study. There are so many free resources that are available at our local library. And one of my favorite things is the passes that they have. There are museum passes and arboretum passes and all sorts of zoo pass that you can go and reserve, and then you're able to get into that place for free. And that is an excellent resource for homeschooling. So definitely check out what's available to you at your local library. A couple of other places to look for free resources would be a Facebook curriculum group. I am a part of a Facebook group that is it's free curriculum, that people are done with the curriculum and so they want to bless other people, and so they list it for free, and all you pay is the shipping for it to ship to your house. So be sure to check out Facebook groups or local buy nothing groups, and you might be able to find some really great resources for your homeschool in those groups. And also this year, I found a new place for free resources. And this is something that didn't even enter my mind before this year, but we became a part of 2 different co-ops here in our area this past school year. And if you look behind me, almost everything behind me are things that we received for free at our co-op. Now these 2 books here were gifts for my kids from my aunt, and so these were not part of what we got at our co-op, but the rest of this curriculum and all of these classic read aloud books and unit studies and 4D cats that you can put together and hands-on tactile stuff, like we got so much for free from local homeschool families. And one of our homeschool groups just has a table, and you bring the stuff that you are done with or curriculum that you want to give away to other people, and the moms look through it throughout the day, and then you take it back home with you or whatever. If it's gone, then you don't have to worry about it. And then the other co-op that we were a part of actually set a day where families could bring in homeschool curriculum that they were finished with, or that they wanted to share things that they were excited about, and let other families flip through the curriculum or learn more about it. It was an excellent place. It was just a time to learn about things that you'd never heard of, or look through curriculum maybe that you've never seen before. So those were both amazing ideas for finding free resources and things I didn't even know about that were available. So if you don't have something like that in your area, then definitely think about maybe hosting something like that. Is there a way that you can host a curriculum swap or a curriculum flip through at your house sometime over the summer? Because that might be a blessing not only to other homeschool families, but also to your own. So definitely be thinking about that. So tip number 3 in Homeschooling on a Budget is to find used or less than perfect items. So we're on a field trip this morning. Christiana and I are going to a used book sale that's hosted by a church very close to our neighborhood. So not too far away, less than 5 or 10 minutes, and we're just gonna see what they have as far as curriculum and resources for our homeschool this year. So let's see what they have. Look at all this great stuff.
Oh, let's skip the
Skip the math. This is awesome. So a few days ago, I was on Facebook, and on our local county homeschool page, someone had posted information about a book sale today. And so my oldest daughter and I went to the book sale this morning, and we found some really great deals. So 2 things that I'm really excited about are an elementary aged civics teacher's manual and then 3 student books that I was able to find. And the teacher's manual was $5 and the student books were $3, and so I paid $14 for that curriculum. And then I found a Bible curriculum that I'm really excited to do with my oldest daughter this year. It's just a chronological overview of the Bible. We found a whole bunch of classics. So we had a great time this morning using local resources for finding some homeschool curriculum and resources for a really good deal. Over the past few years, I have found used curriculum on eBay and Amazon, on Facebook Marketplace. There's a couple of websites, Thrift Books and Abe Books, that you can find used curriculum on. Also, be sure to check out the place that you purchase your new curriculum. I know that christianbooks.com also has like bargain books that if you pull up a certain item that you're looking for, it will show you if there's an option for purchasing a less than perfect or a damaged item. And it might be a few dollars less, it might be a huge discount. So my absolute favorite place to purchase new curriculum is rainbowresource.com. I love the company, I love the prices, and I love the customer service, but I always check to see their bargain buys, to see especially things like the consumable Saxon math, younger years. I always check to see if they have bargain buys on those, and I've been able to save a lot of money over the last few years. So my favorite suggestion for buying used is actually your local thrift store. And this kind of blew my mind a couple of years ago whenever I started looking at thrift stores, and I found some resources, some curriculum, and I was just absolutely shocked. And I don't know why I just never thought of donating my curriculum to a thrift store, and so maybe that's why I never thought of other people doing it. But I found some really amazing deals at a local thrift store. So definitely check out your local thrift stores for resources and curriculum that you might be looking for. Now, be sure that you are sticking with your list, because even if you find something that is an awesome deal and you don't need it, then it's actually just wasting money. It's wasting your time, it's wasting your energy, and then you have to figure out how you're gonna store this item that you don't really need. So buy what's on your list. So step number 4 is to make do with what you have. For many years, I did not have a laminator, and our homeschool worked perfectly fine. I had some contact paper, and that's what we used for, I don't know, 5 years, 4 years. I just in the last couple of years have gotten a laminator. I asked for it for Christmas, and my wonderful brother bought it for me along with the laminating pouches, and it was a wonderful Christmas gift, but it was not something that I absolutely had to have to homeschool. And so I found other ways by using page protectors and contact paper. I found other ways to meet the needs of our homeschool and made do with what we had. And so that is definitely a way to stay within your budget, is to think about creatively, are there other ways that you can meet this need? Or are there other things that you could use that you already have instead of purchasing something new? So those are the tips that I have for you today. Those are the things that I've done over the last several years, have really helped us to stay in a budget, to homeschool within our means, and to enjoy this homeschooling journey and have it not be a financial burden to our family. So I hope you found this video encouraging, and if you are interested in any of the resources that I mentioned, I will put links in the description box below. Feel free to ask any questions that you have. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in next week's video.